And we're back. Well, we're finally in 2023. And as you can see, we've switched the POV to Devon Butlers, who I think he has a bit of an ego, but I honestly cannot put my finger on why. As for news, Truckstead chats Casper Ackerman. This time, however, it's in his new role as team principal for Konnersport. We start by welcoming Casper back to the sport, something that he says he's been getting a lot of, before asking him if the move to a more managerial position was something he'd always planned. Not at all, he replied. An opportunity arose, and to be honest, I almost turned it down. It was actually my wife Zoe who talked me into it. We also asked if he missed being behind the wheel of an F1 car now that he's on the side of the pit wall, and would he ever consider returning to driving? Imagine that. Driver, to principal, and back to driver. That would be some story. He smiles at the thought. 2023, the look ahead. So we say, welcome back to Formula 1. Welcome back to the hype, the expectation. The season is almost upon us, and while we kick off in Bahrain, we will soon be traveling the whole world. So many of the classics return, Spa, Silverstone, Singapore, Monaco, but we also have two added arenas. Qatar returns after a year off for a small footballing tournament. And Las Vegas makes its longer with its second debut. Whilst it was a Caesar Palace Grand Prix back in 1981 and 82, this is the real deal, so to speak. Our drivers are taking over the entire strip. Meanwhile, all the teams are getting used to those fresh tracks after 2022's overhaul. If previous generation of car had anything to go by, this car's only going to get lighter and faster as the engineering race, and then it continues on. 2023, the runners and riders. Oh boy. Okay. And we're back. After only 103 days, the F1 circuit is back on the road, and we're here in Bahrain, ready and waiting. So what's new? We'll be forward to returning Sebastian Vettel, who's replaced by Fernando Alonso, as Aston Martin swapped one multiple world champion for another. Meanwhile, McLaren swapped one Australian for another. Rookie Oscar Piastri replacing the party Daniel Ricciardo, who becomes Red Bull third driver during his unexpected sabbatical. Speaking of third drivers, Mick Schumacher joins Mercedes to deputy for the Silver Arrows, having been replaced by Nico Hülkenberg at Haas. Elsewhere, Williams swapped Nicolas Latifi for Logan Sargent, and Alpine replaced Alonso with Pierre Gasly. Nick de Vries takes the seat at AlphaTauri. It's all changed then as, and it continues on. Yeah, about de Vries. Drivers that became team principal. Even though Casper Ackerman's career moving to the blood sport of being a team principal may have made headlines this week, the Konnersport is far from the only one to make such a move from behind the wheel to behind the desk. In fact, if only in Loister's footsteps, as the legendary Alan Prost and Jackie Stewart are two forebears who lead the team after retiring. For Prost, he took over the Ligier team, renaming it Prost Grand Prix from 1997 to 2001. However, he later called the team his biggest mistake. Ouch. Stewart had better luck, challenged competitively with Stewart Grand Prix, partnered with Ford. They scored points for the Nürburgring, the 1999 European Grand Prix, and would sell the seats for the team that eventually became Red Bull Racing. I like to see this sits nicely alongside his driving exploits, but Ackerman has their very different challenges. And that's all the news. Yeah, that took way longer than I had any right to be. Okay, as for the socials, okay, Rosanna Tennant, David Coulthard, Jim Marino has been away actually since he showed up, the Ackerman fan, the Devon fan, David Crofty, Randos, the Aiden fan. Okay. Now for the emails. It's the first race of the season, and I'd like to congratulate everyone on working so hard to get us all here. A lot of the time, the public only see the thin end of the wedge. They're only really taking what they see on race day. But it takes an army of you, so we can roll our cars up to grade and wait for lights out. Each and every one of you holds equal importance to Konnersport, for it's only when we all pull together as one that we can show the world what we're made of. It's the 2023 season, let's show what we're made of. From one old driver, boys, I'm sending this to you separately, away from the rest of the team. Not only do I know what it's like to be with the one out there in the driving seat, but we also got a history together, which means I know how good both of you are behind that wheel. I'm expecting a lot from both you both, but in return, I will behind you 100% and give you everything I can. Konnersport had a rocky start last year, but this is a new season, a new start. I can't wait to see you both starting pulling in some real points. Okay, this should be, yeah, the personal assistant, basically the agent. Dev, remember Sevito's birthday next month, the 23rd. What do you want to do? Do you have something in mind that you want to get him, or shall we do the same as last year and pick something based on whatever his PA says? Jesus Christ, dude. It's your fucking dad. Okay. Either way, I'm happy to pick anything up, and make sure it's sent over to the house. I'll be out of the country until the 30th, so according to his diary, so there's plenty of time. Also, I finally had a word with the builders about what happened to the car in the basement. It's not good news. I'll mail you about separately, and I think I should copy legal in. Okay, what the fuck happened? What happened? Did it crash the car or something? Okay, there's Mark. Devon, it's a fairly straightforward layout for the most part here, as you know, but there are a couple of important features that we're reminding you about. First of all, turn 10. Acute left-hander, you will triple and downshift it all the way to the apex. If you look up, he's off the brakes. You can't afford to lose too much here. Secondly, the final corner. It's a long start-finish straight, so you really want to carry as much speed as possible. The track button is at the axis, so you can probably take an early apex. Okay, let's go to the race.
It's race day, it's secure under the lights, and it's lovely to have you with us for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Butler, Jackson.
Okay, Devon, it's a brand new season, you know that, so let's start it as we mean to go on, okay? Okay? Let's get out there, come on.
Alright, race strategy. One-stop strategy. We're going from soft to hard. Okay. Okay, we're preparing the alpha point of the race, and fuel is yeah, it should be good. Yeah, okay, it's definitely good. All right, let's go. Finishing the top 5. And it's 1 light, 2 lights, 3, 4, 5. And we're off in Bahrain. Okay. Brake. Good. Contact with, is it Perez? As well as Sainz. There we go. Past, there we go. Double overtake. Past both Hamilton and Perez. Okay. Ooh. Can we try here? There we go. Very nice. Oh, okay, past Russell. That's both the objectives. Well, not completed, but satisfied. On the outside of Leclerc into second. There we go. Past Verstappen. There we go. Cleared them. Into the main straight. And that was lap number 1. After 3 attempts. Yeah. Of course, this is going to be a fast lap of the race. There we go. So, yeah, De Vries got fired. Which shows two things. Number one, the performance he pulled at Monza last year was a one-hit wonder. And number two, Williams dodged the bullet by signing Sargent, even though he himself is not having that good of a season. And to be 100% honest, I really don't think that Red Bull had too many issues cutting De Vries off. Mostly because he was a plan B. Colton Herta was the driver they were aiming to get in the seat vacated by Gasly. But since the FIA doesn't consider IndyCar all that much, yeah. If anything, the fact that rehired Ricardo is just proof that Red Bull has no confidence in its junior drivers. Because they ended up signing a driver that had virtually no connections to Red Bull in Perez, and have just signed a driver that actually left Red Bull because he was getting tired of all the attention that Verstappen was getting. And into the pits we go. Okay. And there we go. .8 seconds.
Okay, stay clear of the
And
line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross on
And
the
back on the track. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, okay. And this goes without saying, but I really don't think that Ricardo will be racing in 2024 too. In fact, I would be surprised if they don't hire Liam Lawson. They could have actually hired Lawson to race now, but I guess they don't want to sabotage his Super Formula Championship hopes. So, yeah. And now watch De Vries pull a Marcus Ericsson and win the Indianapolis 500 on his first attempt. Oh! Fucking god, what are you doing? Past Magnussen. Past Bottas. And... Oh! Okay. So I think we passed Albon, Hulkenberg, and now we just passed Zhou. And... Oscar. There we go. By the way, Piastri and Norris are my drivers of the day for the British Grand Prix, because... Wow. That was actually a pretty cool performance. Okay. Okay, now I gotta wait to pass a back marker. Sorry about that, Aiden. Okay, past Alonso. There we go. Past Ocon. Past Norris. Past Sainz. Checo, please. There we go. Past Hamilton. Thanks for the DRS. Past Russell. Ooh, okay, that was pretty fucking dangerous there. Past Chuck. And... Okay. And suddenly this has turned into an Anarchy for Super Championship race because we have lapped everyone. And one lap to go. Pretty much everyone has finished except for ourselves.
only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Oh god, okay. Last couple of corners. There you go. Last corner. And into the main straight. And that is that for this chapter.
We did it! We did it!
Meanwhile, plenty of surprises in the midfield. So where do we start, Ant?
Well, I think we have to look at Konnersport. For me, they've been the biggest surprise so far, and Butler, he's doing fantastically well.
Thing is, though, they've got to sustain that over the course of the whole season, and that is easier said than done. Certainly one Casper Ackermann will be hoping that this season is better than his last. Well, what a thrilling end to an incredible Grand Prix weekend. Our top 3 finishers should be incredibly happy with what they were able to achieve out there today.
What a start to the season, Devon. You must be happy with that performance.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go for this one.
Yeah, it just comes so naturally to me. I don't really think anything of it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it wasn't impressive. I mean, you seem impressed. I'm sure others do too, and rightfully so. I'm just saying that it was actually pretty easy for me today.
Well, you've had your share of run-ins in the past with teammate Aiden Jackson. Crucial question is that behind you? How do you feel about him right now?
Oh fuck. Bullshit. Sort of bullshit, or not all of them actually bullshit, but you know what? I'll take this one.
Listen, Aiden is the greatest F1 driver of all time. You ask him, he'll tell you. What, you think I've got an attitude problem? Aiden has got stealth ego, let me tell you. You don't know it's there, and then it emerges. He's a handful. Trust me.
Well, Konnersport surprised everyone by appointing Casper Ackermann as team principal this season. So how do you feel about taking orders from someone that you've got such a history with?
This is not a Devon answer, but you know what? I'll pick this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure Casper ever actually warmed to me, but you know what? I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. And maybe he'll apologize to me, finally, for giving me such a hard time in the past, and we can start afresh. We'll see.
Well, you're embarking on a new year, but what would a successful season look like for you in 2023?
Okay, I mean, from what I've guessed, I think Devon's got some daddy issues, so I think I'll probably just go this one.
My dad thinks I've driven one good race by the end of the season. I'll consider myself a massive success. No, seriously. he's a difficult man to please, and we got to do our best to keep him happy. So yeah, one good race, according to the old man. Can it be done? Watch this space.
Thank you so much for your time.
Great race out there today, just in the highlights. Listen, I know we've had our run-ins and, well, last season was last season. A fresh start for the team. What do you say?
Jackson. Yeah. Cheers, mate. Bin's over there. Yeah. Nice one.
How about the season just gone?
The 2023 season was completely different for Konnersport.
How so?
But the car, for one. We'd ironed out the most critical issues, and it was just starting to live up to its potential.
Can we talk about what happened with Devon?
Okay, that side don't look right. Anyway, let's check the news. The BAHRAIN roundup. But I keep forgetting about the fucking call.
Yeah, what is it?
Now that's how a butler takes care of business.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Carrying the team, Devon, as well as the butler name. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, went well.
Well, I can't wait to hear what those clowns Ackerman and Connor have to say.
Yeah.
You okay, Devon?
What? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm, just adrenaline, Dad. I really pushed it out there today, you know, I just need to simmer down a bit.
Of course you do. Let's talk later. I'll be in meetings, but call me whenever you like. I'm proud of your son. Let's just make sure today's result isn't just a one-off. Eh?
Yeah. All right. Ciao.
Okay, I am liking where this is going. Anyway, the news. The BAHRAIN roundup, but Devon Butler came good with one of his strongest performances in years. He finished the race in first, getting Konnersport off exactly the start they were hoping for. Falling over from a whole host of setbacks in 2022, a revitalized Devon Butler in a fully functioning small Konnersport car has proven to be the perfect antidote to the problems that plagued the team repeatedly last season. Is it too early for Devon Butler fans to get excited for the 2023 season? Maybe. Whether or not this level of performance is sustainable remains to be seen, but BAHRAIN represents something important to Konnersport, and something the team wanted to felt for a long time. Hope. The Ackerman effect. Ever since it was announced that Casper Ackerman was appointed team principal at Konnersport, the F1 world couldn't help itself from speculating how he would take to the role. No one could doubt his credentials as a driver, but could he really run an F1 team? Plenty were skeptical. Is that a typo, or is actually the British way of running skeptical? With a C rather than a K. Okay, whatever. But the early signs are promising. We've been hearing positive noises from the Konnersport camp regarding the changes Ackerman made in preseason testing, and today's performance from Butler, a first place finish. It just makes me laugh for whatever reason. No less. What's it to confirm that the team is doing something right? At least for now. Could this be a turning point for Konnersport? Could the era of Casper Ackerman usher in a new dawn, an era in which the car works, the driver content, and the team finally becomes recognized as genuine threat to establish order, and then it continues on. And then the old news. Okay. Now for the socials. Jesse McFadden. Ben Daly. Noble, Anthony Davidson, Natalie Pinkham. Maxime. The Devon fan. The Devon fan again. And there we go. Now for the emails. What can I say? I am humbled. I knew Konnersport were good, but that was something else. I'll have much more to say at the debrief and to each department in turn, but we are firing all cylinders. Keep it up. This is only the beginning. Boys, could you slow down a little next time? I'm still saying it and couldn't keep up. Seriously, thank you. I've got a lot of people looking over my shoulder right now, and you both just made my life so much easier. I couldn't be prouder. I saw some phenomenal talent out there on show today. I know we make a great team. I'll see you both at the debrief. I'll see you both at the debrief. And I'll warn you now, there will be applause. And now the agent. Dev, looks like I'm not going to get legal involved after all. The insurers are happy to pay the claim for the damage to the bodywork, and it's especially within Barnes willing to take it on. It'll take a few months, but at least we can get it sorted. I need a decision to what we need to do with the builder though. I've spoken to him again, he clearly feels he's really guilty about the whole thing. I also find out exactly how it happened. Would you believe that he said to hop into the driver's seat and pretend to be a racing car driver? Okay, so Devon was completely innocent in that part, okay. He said he couldn't resist. His face was bright red when he was telling me. The irony is, he didn't even know who you were. It's when we got out that he pranked the door. It's one heck of a dent. It does seem really a really nice guy, and it's clearly a big job for him, so I just need to, if you're happy for him to continue with the work, let me know what you want to do, and I'll make it happen. K. And with that, we're gonna end the video here. So, if you liked it, give it a like. If you want to see more content like this, hit subscribe and click on the notification bell so you get a dinner next to your drops. I have nothing else to say. Alright then, see you next video everybody. This is Alpha, signing out.